Yo, Narash, Green Bay faithful, talking with me on a chase to a Super Bowl. Bands still suck, let me let you know. With the kids bringing trophies home, cheeseheads me living this. Victory tastes sweeter than licorice. Got that Lamborghini spirit. Opponents just fear it. Y'all can hear it now.
What is up, everybody? This is the Ramage Show. Thank you for tuning in. And if you're not, subscribe on the podcast, Spotify, Apple, all the places that people listen to podcasts, and YouTube, and follow me everywhere. Just giving you a lot of instructions right now. Yeah. But we got Jimmy Christensen in the building. Pack-A-Day Podcast own. You know what I mean? They own you.
They own me for sure. Lifetime contract. Can't get out of it.
Yeah, that's the braggadocious thing. Like, hey, Jimmy's on Pack-A-Day Podcast. He is on a good Packers podcast, and now he's on this one.
Yeah, he's on the least listened to episode. That's a title I'll hold forever.
We're gonna talk about some Green Bay Packers. We're gonna talk about some training camp stuff and the stuff going on. But I want to give a shout out to the sponsors there, Jimmy. I got two of the best Wisconsin sponsors. I think the most sought after sponsors, Quick Trip and Nicolay Law. Fantastic sponsors. Quick Trip, they got the clean bathrooms, first of all, right out the gate. That upgrades any convenience store, gas station, right out the gate. And they got all the things that you need for tailgate and whatnot. You're coming down for training camp, whatever you're doing. You're visiting Wisconsin. You're driving this thing. You're going to see them everywhere. Stop in there. They got food ready, cooked up, waiting for you. Mac and cheese, just waiting, just saying your name, screaming it. You know what I mean? Just stop in there and get it. And if you're from around here, make sure you're using the Quick Rewards app because you can get a lot of free stuff with that. And Nicolay Law, you get injured in a car accident, insurance companies ain't giving you what you deserve. They're going to make sure that they handle it. You got to have like some offensive linemen protecting you, Jimmy. And that's what Nicolay Law does. To make sure the little guy doesn't get beat up by the big bad insurance companies. Shout out to Russ Nicolay. He just won an award. So shout out to Russell Nicolay.
Really?
Yeah.
You know what it is off the top of your head right now?
I think it's like best lawyer of all time. That's what the award was.
Top lawyering skills.
No, I think it was something like that, like top lawyer or whatever. But shout out to Russ Nicolay. Such a cool guy and a good lawyer. That's what you want.
Apparently. I trust you.
So here we go, Jimmy. We have training camp underway. I want to get to the chat too. Make sure see who's chiming in. What's up, Car Guy 72? You're in here a lot, so I appreciate you. Pack is back, baby. And dude, that's the thing, Jimmy. I've been waiting for training camp to start because like I hate the off season, like trying to do a podcast because I'm not Pack-A-Day, we're not breaking down every ins and outs, which is good that people do it, but like you don't want me to try to do that stuff. People always, I was on live on TikTok the other day, and someone's like, "What do you think the offensive line is going to be?" I'm like, "Dude, I have no idea."
5 people.
You're asking the wrong guy. I have no idea. I couldn't give you the offensive line. Like offensive line is like my kryptonite. Talking about it, someone brings it up, I'm like, dude, don't talk to me offensive line. Like I'm not that smart. But yeah, here we go. So we got some more comments over here. Jimmy is the pity hire of Pack-A-Day.
That's one way to put it. Yeah, for sure.
I feel like that one hurt a little bit, Jimmy. Just your facial reaction. That one
got me. That one got me
because there's some people on the Pack-A-Day that you think maybe you're better than. Let's dive into that.
Let's air it out right now.
I'm just kidding. All right, so let's talk about, because we got people chiming in here, and that's kind of the title of what we were talking about, the throwback uniforms.
Yeah.
So let's start off. All right, so I actually have a picture for those who don't know what we're talking about. We got the throwback uniforms. Look at this. Look at this. Oh, look at this top technology I got going on here. So these are the uniforms. They went trying to make the helmet look like leather for people who are listening on a podcast. You've probably seen the pictures already. And then it's kind of like I don't know what color. What color is that jersey, Jimmy?
It's like a bluish. It's a type of blue. I don't know
That's what I was. I'm a little bit colorblind, so I'm not going to start breaking down colors. But a lot of people talk about, looks like bears, looks like this and that. Some people don't like it. My thing with it is, like, who cares? I mean, like, I think that they have throwback uniforms every now and again. And people are like, well, they should have done this. They should have done that different. But it's like that's the jersey. I mean, as close as they could get, I assume. I mean, I don't think it's an exact replica, but like they're trying to get that vibe from the first year. The Packers were a publicly owned team. And like you don't have to like it. I don't know. Just to me, I just feel like there's more stuff going on in my life where I'm stressed about Packers but there was like so much feelings. You're like that sucked, and there were like so many. I get like you were like, yeah, that I don't like it as much as the other one or whatever. But like that, they're gonna wear it a couple times. It'll be all right.
It's not a big deal, dude. And it's especially I like the jerseys. I think they're awesome. The helmets, especially seeing that painting video of how they like air sprayed it. Like those helmets look slick. I like them a lot. And I'm always a fan of alternate jerseys, and we've been spoiled the last few years. Like we had the throwback 50s, we had the whiteout last year. Now this one, Packers got to do better because right now they get leaks a lot. Their 50s were leaked because
everything's leaked
early. This time,
who do you think that is? Is that Wes Hotchkiewicz? You think
it's probably what? If I had to guess.
Let's
have a problem with the Packers.
Let's name the one employee we know that works there for sure.
Yeah, the one that's nice and will come on shows. Let's throw him under the bus. But yeah, I like the jerseys. People, that's the thing. They could put out the most beautiful Sistine Chapel style jersey, like one of the most beautiful things you've ever seen, and there'll still be 50% of the internet that's like, these are so ugly. How could we ever do this? Like, whatever, dude. Picasso could do it. And we'd still be upset.
I like that comment though. That's actually my brother-in-law. Big shout out to him, Mike Moore. He says, "Colorblind with that eye? No way." Yeah, I'm a little colorblind. No, but like I love the helmets. Yeah, I think the helmet's cool. Like I thought that last time, like have that leather feel, make it look like a leather helmet. I think it's cool. You know, the jersey it does look a lot like Bears. Whatever. This isn't a uniform that I'd want them to wear all the time. But like throwing it back to the first year that they were a publicly owned team, like I don't. It really doesn't matter what I think about it. I don't love the jersey just because my hatred for the Bears goes so deep. It does resemble that, but that's what it was at that time. I don't know what the Bears looked like at that time. They weren't the Chicago Bears. They were like, I think Arizona or what were they? They were something.
Hell,
I forget. I don't know. We don't need to dive into the Bears history here, but but yeah, I think throwback uniforms are cool. They're fun, but like I don't take too much room. Like I probably won't buy this one. Like I see a lot of people, they're buying them. I don't know. I usually don't buy throwbacks though.
They got some sweet the whole like merch line for this, so they have some decent things in there.
Oh, there's some hoodies that I saw that probably gonna irritate my wife when I buy, you know what I mean, from the pro shop.
There's a couple hats in there too that I'm like, okay, I could this is nice. I'm a sucker for hats, dude. I will.
Oh yeah, you put out a hat, I'm gonna buy it.
Exactly. I know Des too was already like, I already know you're gonna spend money. I was like, no, I'll be fine. My card is full right now.
Yeah, I probably won't buy a jersey, but I'll buy a hat, probably buy a hoodie. I seen one, I think Aaron Nagler posted a hoodie. It was like property agreement package, whatever it was. That looked really nice. I'm probably gonna be wearing that next week whenever they got them out. But so let's get to a comment here. This navy blue and gold primary colors Curly Lambeau selected that were inspired by his alma mater, Notre Dame. Because I saw a lot of people talk about that. It was like and that was a great comment by Tom Manville Ross. You know, for anyone listening to the podcast, got to give credit, Jimmy. But they just thought I had that thought just run in the chamber.
I would have claimed it. Like, oh yeah, man, you were a smart guy, dude.
Yeah, but like I saw people talking about looks like Notre Dame, this and that. But yeah, I knew that little bit that it was inspired a little bit by Notre Dame. But yeah, I think it's cool. Oh, we got Joey in the comment section. Shout out to the Hulkster. Yep, we had a lot of people that Ozzy
died. Now
Ozzy is like and I forget his name. I don't mean no disrespect, but the guy from the Cosby Show, Malcolm Butler, I believe.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, so you
goes
know,
in threes.
Yeah, Ozzy to me is like Ozzy's like what America is. I feel like.
Yeah.
I love Ozzy Osbourne.
Yeah, you could say that's what America is for sure.
I mean, like everyone, I think universally liked Ozzy. I mean, even though bit the head off a bat, but he didn't mean to. He thought it was a rubber bat. Yeah, and I believe him when he says that. You know who hasn't bit off a head of a bat?
We've all been there, dude.
I mean? All right, let's keep it moving. We got Kurt over here with a super chat. $4.99, baby. I appreciate you. My son is loving the playground at Titletown. Thank you for the recommendation. Yeah, because people ask me sometimes what to do. The playground at Titletown, that's the spot. If you got little kids, dude, that's awesome. Titletown should pay me for that. No, but it really is. It's a cool spot. And I remember one time stumbling through there drunk, and I was like, I think I'm in the wrong place. You know what I mean? You be around Lambeau Field drinking.
You're going down the slide. You're like, this is
all of a
so
sudden, you're
fun,
like,
guys.
hey, this. No, but all right, so let's get to another comment, then we're gonna get into some stuff. This is from Greg Haynes, friend of the show. Strawberry Plains checking in, Matt and Jimmy. No problem with throwbacks if they can make a few bucks on throwbacks. Every team does it. Counting down to the Lions, a great test out the gate. Yeah, that's gonna be a wild game to start the season with. But yeah, there we go. All right, so we got some notes over here. So let's talk about this, Jimmy. I want to talk about Matt LaFleur. He was at a press conference.
Yeah.
And all the reporters, media people, their phones went off.
Yeah.
For this like alarm. And like I seen this go like somewhat whatever viral like on the internet. All the sports pages are posting about it, like making Matt LaFleur like look bad. Like it's an Amber Alert, and it wasn't an Amber Alert. It was. No. I was there. I was out by the bikes and all the people. Everyone's phone went off. Went crazy. And it was like shelter in place is canceled and like Seymour. I forget exactly where it was. Nowhere close to Lambeau Field. I was like, I didn't get an alert for a shelter in place to begin with.
Yeah.
So
you're confused. You're like, I didn't even know I was supposed to be hiding right now.
Yeah, because everyone's everywhere. It's been a while since I've been in a place with more people than I was around. We're all outside. So, but like people were giving the business, like it makes him look bad. He whatever. But like really, even if it was an Amber Alert, like what is anyone in that room going to do? Because Amber Alert basically is like if you're out and about and you're like, hey, look for this blue car, this and that. And you're like, all right, look around. You're in a room with a bunch of reporters. Like there's nothing they could do. I felt like that was like a lot of fans tried to take, Packer haters or whatnot, tried to take shots at LaFleur for that. But like,
I feel like he was just kind of being like sarcastic too. Like
I think that too.
I saw one that it's one of those dumb like aggregator accounts that just posts. It's all clickbait, but his thing was like, man, Matt LaFleur exploded on the reporters. It's like all he did was make a very dry joke that like really was not a big deal at all. Yeah, it got a lot more buzz than I expected.
Yeah, because I think the thing with the phones is like not to have your phones on. Obviously, when those alerts, they bypass your like ringer. So obviously they didn't all have their ringer on there at whatever. But I think he was joking too. I don't think it was like super serious.
Yeah, people took it as if he was actually like about to kick reporters out of the room.
Dude, that's what irritates me. Like when these stories and people taking so serious, because we were talking a little bit before on this. Like when I do the eye joke videos and I get like, like on TikTok, I get like hundreds of thousands of comments. Like someone go really big and everyone's like, they're doing different eye jokes and it's fun. And it's like, oh yeah. But then like, I'll make a statement about like football, about the Packers.
Yeah.
And then I'll get all these like, you cockeyed piece of crap. I don't know why anyone would listen to you. You're an idiot. And like, they're like so hostile. I'm like, why are you so mad? Because like, I guess I kind of defended the uniforms. I think on the NFL Instagram page, they posted about the uniforms. Everyone's talking trash. So I kind of like, I guess people thought that this was going to be a cool new uniform when it was a replica of 1923. I believe that was the year. And like everyone was just like, it doesn't mean it sucks less. And then they're like, oh man, like, why do you care so much? I just don't care enough. But I don't know. It's weird to me, like football. I mean, and maybe because it's training camp time, everyone's all riled up. But I feel like people were hostile today on social media.
Dude, we just need real. I was gonna say we need real games to happen, but it's gonna get way worse once they do. So it's just, everyone's so crabby all the time online. They're gonna be pissy no matter what. That's why I just don't interact with people.
I know, like you don't respond to my text messages. You're like, I get to you when I get to you. No, I'm just kidding. Well, I like this comment right here. Let's look into it. Jesse said, did y'all see that Watson was riding a kid's bike on the way over to camp? He looked ready to play. I can't wait for Watson to come back. I didn't see that. I wasn't at training camp today. I assume that happened today. Even the day I went Wednesday, I didn't see every single person. But yeah, that's good. I think Watson is going to be back a lot sooner than people thought. Have you heard what the expectations are?
I haven't heard. Goody kept saying he's doing really well. He called him a freak just for like how much he's progressing. And we've seen those videos of him running, even doing like cuts on it. which is good. But when it comes to the ACL, like they're going to be Packers are always usually a little cautious. So I can imagine it still is probably missing the first month or two of the season. Bring him back maybe around Thanksgiving or something, and let him go then. But I don't know if he does look those videos that come out. He does look good. You would not think he just tore his ACL 7 months ago, just based on how he's moving and how he's running. It's impressive, but
Yeah,
they're not going to rush
crazy.
him.
Oh, they're not going to rush him. I don't think that they'll have to. I think
Yeah.
the passing game for the Packers is going to be in good shape. I think when he comes back, it's going to jump it like
Yeah.
ridiculous. And that's why they can't rush it, which they're not known to do. That's not how they operate. But when he does come back, that's going to add so much, especially Matthew Golden. We'll see like what he does, like how they use him to start off. I assume he's going to have more opportunities. We've been talking about this last few times you've been on here since the draft. But Matthew Golden, I assume he's going to have all the opportunities in the world. If he takes advantage and he's able to pop up. Some guys have like a learning curve, and I don't think that there's anything wrong with that. But he's in a situation that, and it seems like everyone's saying is like he's going to be that guy. Like his route running is ridiculous. He's fast. So if he goes off popping, and then they bring in Christian Watson with that speed, have two guys like that.
Yep.
Ooh-wee!
They've been saying too and it is camp, and we're obviously going to get hyped about a first round wide receiver. First one in 20 plus years, but like people are hyped after just seeing him 2 days of practice, just him being in the open field and just the way he's moving. It's he could be really good. It's just, there's so many weapons on the offense that it's like, he could have a really good season, but he just doesn't put up the numbers you would see from like typical first round wide receivers that make an impact. But it won't mean it's a down year. It's just, he's part of an offense where the ball gets spread out and you have a top 3 running back in the backfield.
Yeah, absolutely. Josh Jacobs, dude, he's going to be a beast. But I want to get to this comment here because this is a good one. It says, Jimmy doesn't answer texts because he can't read. Got to call Jimmy.
It's a struggle. It's a struggle.
Dude, I will say, because like, I always see these memes, people talking about people who don't return texts. Like, when I text someone, I tell everyone, I do not care if you respond the next day or 2 days later. I have never in my life texted somebody that was that urgent. I text you stuff like the stupidest stuff. Like, I don't expect you to stop your life. Like, you're playing your kid and like, all right, Matt's talking. I think he's drunk.
Yeah.
You know, like, I don't know why I went on that, but it's always one thing that bothered me because people always make those memes like they don't text you back, they don't care about you. Like, no, sometimes they're just doing stuff.
Oh, I know. I used to be so good at responding to texts, and then I had even after Hadley, I was good. Once I had Winston, I was like, yeah, guys, I will read your text. I'll forget about it for 2 months, but I will get you back then. I'll hit you back. I'm horrible at that, dude.
Unless it's something like urgent, like, you know, like someone's text is like, you know, otherwise it's like, yeah, I have never, usually my average text is not that urgent. Get back to me in 3 to 5 business days. That's fine. So let's talk about some more. We got some more Packers stuff. Bo Melton.
Yes.
All right. He came out, you know, that everyone's talking about, you know, they're playing a little bit of corner at camp, and he was, and then he was like, absolutely, I'm a wide receiver, but they're just seeing what's what. And then Goot says some stuff.
Mm-hmm.
It kind of makes it seem like he's a cornerback now. Is that what's going on? Because I haven't been locked in 100%. Is Bo Melton now a cornerback?
Yeah, they Goody said in his opening day press conference he's going to be primarily at corner for camp, and yeah, he has the green jersey switched to number 16. He was in there today. He got a pass breakup, and it's impressive. I said this on the Pack-A Day episode, but even let's say he doesn't.
What's that Pack-A Day?
Let's plug that in. Coming out tomorrow. Even if he doesn't, he ends up not making the team, whatever, or he's still again just a special teamer. To have that talent, to be able to make that switch from a wide receiver to a defensive back, even if it's just for training camp, not a lot of players can say that they have that ability to do it. So that's just a feather in his cap right there. Like, even if it goes nowhere, he's just a far down depth piece. Not every player in the NFL could do something like that. So that's something that's a unique to a Bo Melton. Obviously, some other players have done it. We have Travis Hunter's a big thing this year, but it's a kudos to him to be able to pull that off.
Yeah, and I don't think it's a bad thing. Like, if they're checking their roster and they're like, all right, they're checking the wide receiver roster, like, you know, Bo Melton really doesn't. It's gonna be hard to get him on the field, but we like him. We like his physicality. We like whatever that they obviously like about him. Mm-hmm. So let's try him at corner and see if we can, you know, do something so he's actually more useful. And You know, like
Yeah.
Phil says, Bo is special teams, but they just want to get more out of him. And they think,
Yep.
like, I remember when they first started talking about it, everyone's like, oh, they're replacing Jair Alexander with Bo Melton. And that's the stuff that irritates me because I know it's just rage bait. It's just
Yeah.
people
Yeah.
talking crazy. But I don't know why. Sometimes it annoys me. But I think, you know, if he can be useful down the depth chart and maybe he pops off, maybe he does flourish. His brothers are the corner. So maybe, you know, I think he was a corner at some point in his career. I don't remember if it was college or high school, whatever.
Yeah.
But if he can do it, Lou, give him a shot. You know, get your best guys on the field, no matter who they are. That's some deep. You know, that's some good analytics right there. NFL talk.
Look at you.
All right,
right
so
there,
let's add
dude.
to it. Let's get to a comment. Field of Force says, I feel like Melton might get cooked at cornerback, but I hope he sticks around for special teams as a gunner or a punt return. Golden looks like the real deal. His speed in person is impressive. We think Hobbs is legit. That's a good question. What about Hobbs? Let's talk about that cornerback position, Jimmy, Mr. Packaday podcast analyst. What do you think about Hobbs and how this? That's a little bit of pressure now.
With Hobbs, we'll see. We know he can play nickel, so he has that spot there, and it does fit the defense. You have Carrington Valentine on the outside, Nixon as well. He played better there than he has in the nickel spot last year. So like he has a spot. They paid him the money they did because they think he can play outside. So they're obviously gonna try him out, see what it does. But for him, like he already raises that defense right there. Bullard was decent in the nickel. But bringing in a guy who is a true nickel corner and then has the ability or potential to play outside, just adding versatility to a room that is kind of looking for someone to step up and be a guy. Jair left. He hasn't been healthy for multiple years, so they've been doing this for a while. But now you have multiple people, Nixon and Hobbs, who can bounce inside, go on the outside. Valentine's coming up. And then you still have Bullard, a second-round pick, who can play safety and come down and help in coverage if you need him to. So they have pieces there. I think Hobbs, it's so early. He's 2 practices in. Everyone's saying he's a very intense player.
2 practices in. Put him in the Ring of Honor.
Dude, they were saying, though, like all this stuff is like how intense he is. Today in his press conference, he said the defense is going belt to ass. And I was like, okay, I need a cornerback that's going to be hyped like that, I guess. So
I don't even know what that means, but
I don't know, but I'm into it. Yeah.
It's got to be good, right?
It has to be. Has to be. So
I'm gonna ask ChatGPT when we're done what that means.
All right. Just do
I'd
it.
ask her now, but I don't. Should I? I'm gonna ask her. Should I ask her?
Do it. But yeah, no, I think Hobbs could be good. He raises the average talent on the defense. Is he going to be a top guy? We'll have to wait and see.
Yeah, we'll see. But let's ask her. Was that belt to ass?
Yeah.
What does the phrase belt to ass mean?
Belt to ass. It's definitely a colorful way of saying that someone's really on your heels or close behind you.
Can you hear it?
Yeah.
All right, I screwed it up. No, she screwed it. But yeah, it means that someone's they're on it. You know what I mean? They're getting after it. Basically, I don't know where the speaker is in this thing. I'm like, I don't know where it's coming out. But anyways, we're gonna keep her moving over here. This is a professional podcast. Zach Tom just got paid there, Jimmy.
Yeah. Yeah.
So he's a guy. Like I say, offensive line is my specialty. I know all about it.
Yeah.
But
break the
but
contract
Zach Tom. Yeah. No, I'm not gonna break the contract down. But, that's what you're here for. What do you love about this? You don't have to break the contract down, but what does this mean, like for the offensive line? And that's a good question.
I got you. It's a great signing. At $22 million, I think they said it was a record setting for a right tackle. That's going to be broken probably by the end of training camp. Again, just another 4th round steal from the Packers in the draft. Someone too that in a pinch is versatile. He can play at guard. He can play at center. He can move around wherever you need him to. So solidifying that spot on the offensive line, which going into next season, not to get way too far ahead of myself because we haven't even got to this season yet, but next year the offensive line is going to be shuffled around a lot. We don't know. Jenkins obviously sitting out because of contract stuff. Are they going to figure that out? They're going to come to a deal for this year, and then we save a lot of money if he's not on the team next year. I would imagine we want to keep him because of his talent, but looking at Rasheed Walker, Sean Ryan, both of them are up after this year. So having Tom there, kind of like your your cornerstone, someone that you know is going to be around for 4 years, is good. Aaron Banks we signed, but he's a contract we can get out of early. So there's a real possibility 3 positions on this offensive line is different next year with players, whether obviously Morgan's going to be involved, Belton's going to be involved. Where they fit in, we'll figure that out. But just having at least someone that does have all pro talent to get to that point on your offensive line, locking him in. It's only $22 million a year, which is crazy to say only that much, but
I got
offensive
that in my
line,
closet.
yeah, that's chump change. But yeah, no, it's gonna, in a year, that's gonna look like a very, very reasonable contract for him.
Yeah, I think it's good. I like it. Let's get to another comment over here from Nick. He says, excited to see what Cooper brings this year. The kid was phenomenal last year. He has a very bright future. So what are your thoughts on Cooper? I think he's a dude that a lot of people are talking about, a lot of people are hyped about. What are we thinking?
Yeah, I think he has all the potential in the world to be the next star in that defense. Even like national media people, The Athletic, The Ringer, and I think it was Mina Kimes on her show. They all made sure when they did previews or top defenses, they also mentioned like players that could take the jump. They all mentioned Edgerrin Cooper. Like he is a guy that we saw it a little bit last season, especially towards the end of the year when he was getting some more consistent time. He was in the backfield a lot, getting a lot of tackle for losses. We had it today in camp. Someone tweeted out like it's just becoming just a thing now. Just Cooper's always in the backfield. When he gets going, and it's kind of what we were expecting Quay Walker to be because they're both so athletic. Once they get going and they make that decision, they're back there quick. And if his instincts are as good as they were last year, they said he put on some weight. If he can stay healthy, dude, like he really could be the next star linebacker in the NFL. Like he has a lot of talent. So I'm pumped for him. I can't wait to see how Hafley uses him next year. He's going to be good, especially if the D line takes a step forward too, and just opening up more holes for him to run through. Man, like it's going to be good.
Yeah, he's probably going to be the best linebacker of all time next year.
All time.
I mean, yeah. I mean, that's
Ring of honor. Put him right there with Hobbs.
Yeah, just throw it up there preseason. Don't even wait. No, but I absolutely, I think I love watching him play. Everyone's talking about him. I think he's going to be a big star. But like you mentioned that defensive line, I think we probably talked about it before. But what else are you going to talk about? This pass rush is like one of the bigger concerns.
Yeah,
getting consistent rush. So did you see enough in training camp, or like do you think that they're going to be have that fixed at least enough so that they can get like some pass rush? What are you thinking?
I think so. I think bringing in the new defensive line coach is going to help. And then looking at it too, like Kenny Clark had a down year, still a good year, just not a typical Kenny Clark. He was hurt, got hurt week 1. We didn't really hear about it, had to get surgery. So getting a healthy Kenny Clark, LVN had an injury. He'll get a little more playing time. But I don't know, man. It's one of those things where I go back and forth on having just blind faith it's going to be fixed, or the other end where it's like, I'm going to assume it sucks till you show me otherwise. Because that's all I saw. That's all we saw last year, unless they were playing the Titans or the Texans.
Yeah.
Besides that, they were terrible.
Yeah, there was a few games where they popped off, and then the rest of them were just like, no, we're not going to be getting any of that rush today. No, but I think that they have, like, you talk about Kenny Clark. I love Kenny Clark, so I'm biased already.
Yeah.
Doesn't matter what he does. I love me some Kenny Clark.
Yeah.
Nicest guy ever. But yeah, like they just weren't getting there. Rashawn Gary, like talk about everyone. Van Ness, he's in another year. So hopefully they fix it. I have faith that they're gonna, but like just having faith isn't gonna do it. They have to. I was over at training camp and I was kind of watch from the other side of the fence, being a little creeper. Yeah. That's usually where I hang out, where the defensive line is. And they were practicing pretty good. I'll tell you that. That's my insider information. Yeah. They were running back and forth. They were doing all the time, hitting that bag.
That's all I need to hear, man.
At them.
Yeah. 1,000 sacks this year.
I always watch that and it's like, I don't even know what I'm looking at. This coach is just screaming at them. Like, let's go. And then they all take turns like hitting the fake person. And they all look good though.
Yeah. So. It's going to be interesting, dude, because there's a lot like LVN, he's going into his 3rd year. So they're going to be figuring out 5th-year option stuff with him. Devontae Wyatt, they picked up his 5th year, but again, he's going to be coming to a contract soon. Like they have a lot of players. Quay Walker's another one. I know he's not pass rush, but they didn't pick up his 5th year. He doesn't have a contract yet. So like a lot of players are gonna be playing for money right now. So
Yeah, I'm saying, so you think that like is going to elevate their play? Like I mean, not that they weren't trying before, but like kind of your back against the wall. Like let's make some money. Let's play well.
The contract year, dude, that's a real thing. As much as they say like, oh, they try hard all the time. Like, yeah, they do. But when you have the potential to earn $15 million a year, you play a little bit harder.
Yeah,
like, it is what it is.
You give it everything. You don't even go out like Thursday nights, like shut it down.
Yeah, exactly.
We're locked in.
So we'll see. But there's a lot of players, man. And Mbare, he's always a solid player. You don't expect him you don't want him to be your starter. He's a good backup. Brendan Cox was getting some reps with the first team. Once they went to like the more of the team stuff, they put LVN in, but he was another one too. At the end of last season, he came on. He didn't have that many games, but when he was in there, he made a splash. He ended, I think, with like 3 sacks, something like that. So they have players and talent. It's just putting it all together, staying healthy. Even the interior, Clark, Brooks, Wyatt, Wooden is a good depth piece there. They drafted what is his name, Brinson from Georgia. So it's they got talent. It's just putting it together. But I feel like we say that about the Packers every year. They put so many first round picks on that defense. That's like at some point you got to click, or you got to admit like, oh yeah, we messed up on all these first round picks.
I like this comment right here. When is Jimmy's contract year?
Dude, I've been expected to be fired already, so I have no idea.
Well, first of all, when you come on this show, ain't no contract because I ain't paying nobody. But Marshawn Lloyd. What do you think about this backup? You know, obviously Josh Jacobs isn't going to do his thing, but what do you think about the rotation at running back and how it's going to be? Marshawn Lloyd, you know, we haven't seen a lot from him, but now it looks like he's ready to go. Yeah,
I hope so. He provides that. He provides that like little splash, a little lightning to Josh Jacobs' thunder. Just someone that's change of pace. He's more explosive. He's not going to have those big stiff arm you into the ground and make you retire like Tyrann Mathieu. But he's someone that can be a weapon in the pass game, give Josh Jacobs a breather, get you those big chunk plays. So he's someone that's going to be really good for this offense. It's just hopefully he can stay healthy. Cause like you said, we did not see him last year. I think he had like 1 snap and then re-hurt himself. And then when he got brought back on, I think he had like another medical situation. He had to get surgery. So hopefully he can stay healthy, but it's another weapon for LaFleur, someone to switch it up. With the talent, like there's no knock on Emmanuel Wilson or Chris Brooks. They were good last year. Like they did what they needed to do. They were very serviceable second, third running backs, but bringing in someone there that's just a different skill set and explosiveness in the backfield, I think is going to be good. And then we'll figure out whether it's Emmanuel Wilson or Chris Brooks at that running back 3.
There you go. Someone, they were asking for it in the chat, Jimmy, that DJ horn. So that was the second time I saw it from Tom. I do that a lot for my game streams. I know that you know that because you watch all of them.
All of them.
Never missed a game stream. Oh yeah, that was his appendix.
Yeah,
he had. I knew that he had like a real medical thing.
Yeah,
I forget what it was, but Emmanuel Wilson. I actually like him.
Yeah,
is he? What's he doing?
He did well. He's going to be fighting for that 3rd spot with Chris Brooks right now, and like he could get more snaps than expected this year again too. But part of the reason he had such a role last year is because Marshawn Lloyd went down. So we'll see where he fits in. It's going to be LaFleur. He played 3 running backs last year. I don't expect that to change this year. So he'll have a role. It's just I don't expect it to be as much as last year.
Yeah, I like him. I like his style. I think he's fun to watch, but it is. But I think Josh Jacobs. How many yards do you think Josh Jacobs gets this year? I feel like all-purpose yards, all-purpose. Jimmy, take off your Packer hat, put on your thinking hat, and maybe it's the same hat. I don't know.
I don't think I have that hat. If I'm being honest,
that's a tough question. But like, you don't have to say exact yards. But like, how good? We're at the end of the year. What are people been saying? Was Josh Jacobs a top 5 running back this year? Top 3, maybe?
Yeah. Yeah, he has potential to be top 3 for sure. I think he was this year a top 3 running back. I think he was behind. You had Derrick Henry up there. You had Saquon up there. But I think Josh Jacobs has a real argument. He was a 3rd best running back in the league last year. What's crazy, too, is he had the most yards and the most touchdowns negated by penalty. So even just cleaning up half of it benefits him immensely. And so like last year he had, looking at it now, he had about 1,600 over 1,600 all-purpose yards. I would not be surprised if he beats that, just with the improvements that we made on the offensive line. Like, our offensive line was not bad last year, but Josh Jacobs, when he would run, would make them look better than they actually were doing. It's just that man will not go down at first contact. It's insane. Like, you would think something that should be a 2-yard loss ends up being like a 2-3 yard gain, which, like, obviously you would take more than that if you could, but it should have been a negative play that he turned around for us. So I think with them cleaning that up, whether it is, if we do get Jenkins at center, which I'm very confident that's going to happen, he'll come back, he'll play. We fixed that left guard spot now. If he's moving to center with Aaron Banks, Morgan, Sean Ryan at that right guard spot, a lot of this is going to get cleaned up a bit. And so I think just naturally with the talent in front of him being better, he's going to have a better season this year. Again, just taking away other people making mistakes would have gotten him another 100 yards this past year. So
yeah, and dude, that's gotta be so frustrating for running back. You run, you break a tackle, you juke, you do a little spin move, you're running down the field, and then you see people stop trying as hard. You like look back and there's a flag on the field, that's got to be the worst.
I think
it's kind of like working with me. Like, we do all the work all day, and then Matt screwed everything up, so none of it mattered.
Dude, same here. But no, that's I think it was like 97 yards, something like that, and like 3 touchdowns. It was crazy. The dude, but he still had an insane year last year.
Yeah, I think it's gonna pop off. Let's say 2,000 all-purpose yards for Josh Jacobs. Why not?
Yeah.
Not being biased, totally.
Let's do 3,000. Say he has the best season ever.
Barry Sanders ain't got none on Josh. You know what I mean? All right, so let me ask this question. This is a good one by Jesse. He says, how many picks do you think X will get? My prediction is 14. That seems a lot.
Put him in the Hall of Fame at that point. No, I don't know. We saw it towards the end of last year too. He started off hot, and then people realized like, hey, we cannot throw anywhere near this man because he's going to just pop up out of nowhere and get the ball. That number could go down or will likely go down. It's just another out of respect thing for him. It's like, you have to worry about him. When you're good, you don't get thrown at. So I'd still say I wouldn't be surprised 5 or 6. I don't know if he gets up to 8 like last year, but I think he gets to 5 or 6.
I was thinking 6 or 7 because like for that reason they learn not to throw at him. They're not stupid.
Yep.
They're not. This guy keeps intercepting it. Maybe just ignore that guy. Don't throw it. All right. So Phil's talking about Josh Jacobs. He said would be fun to go back and to the tape and watch Jacobs' first contacts. Yeah. People who watch film do that.
Yeah. Phil, do that and get back to us.
Unreal. Let us know how that goes. All right, so I do want to give a shout out while we're doing this to WIXX. I was on WIXX the other day, Jimmy.
Yeah.
For like 2 hours. I was morning. Huggy and Natalie and Corey, but Corey wasn't there. He had a day off. So I wouldn't say I took his spot, but like that's kind of what they asked me. But dude, doing the radio is so fun.
Yeah.
Like it's like you talk and then they play music, so you stop. So it's not like continuous. Like you can like get a break. Even if you say something stupid, you have a little bit of time. Like, why did I say that? but it's so fun because they have topics ready. Like and then they're so nice. Like Huggy and Natalie are probably the nicest people ever. They're super cool because I don't know anything about the radio. I mean, we talk on a podcast, but it's like different. I don't know.
Oh yeah,
it's awesome though. It was so cool, and the building is like there's a different radio stations like in the same building. It's like a massive building. They have like podcast rooms. They have rooms where they just record stuff. It's like a media person, like heaven.
That's awesome. Well, just tell them that guy was gone. You officially took his spot. It's loitering rules. You can just stay there forever. They can't kick you out.
Yeah,
you're good. Or squatting rights. That's it.
Yeah, like dude, I'm here now. But yeah, I think he might be the brains of the operation. And I don't mean no disrespect to Huggy and Natalie, but Corey seems like the responsible parent. I'm gonna have him on my podcast. I'm gonna ask him about this. It seems like Corey is like the responsible parent, and like they're just having fun and like screwing off. I mean, they work hard, obviously, but they're more like
your
goofballs.
Show had to be chaos then. If the responsible parent was gone and they brought in
they brought me in.
Like, guys, we're bringing in our drunk uncle.
You know what's funny? Because they said that they were going to do like this game where I'd have 3 jokes. So like I wrote 3 jokes the night before. but they
Yeah.
ended up not doing it. So I'm like, I'm saying these jokes. Like I'm
Yeah,
gonna
yeah.
say these jokes. I spent time on these jokes. So at the end of the show, I kind of like rattle them off. And then the one person like texted in and they're like, that wasn't funny. I miss Corey. That
A
was
for
like the
effort.
best thing. That was the best thing. No, but I like the radio. I think doing the radio would be fun. I think that'd
Yeah.
be a cool job just to talk about
Yeah.
stuff. You know, like we know Alex Strofe. He
Yep.
on ESPN Milwaukee. I talked to him the other day, and like his job seems so cool too. I mean, he knows stuff, so it makes it even easier. I don't know if I could talk sports every day because I don't know enough. I'd have
Yeah.
to like study and like learn stuff.
Yeah,
But like
who
doing like
wants to do
the
that?
yeah, I don't want to like have to like get better at what I do. You
I just
know,
want to do the bare minimum status quo, and I'm out.
that's why I like this show. Cause we just talk about like, you know, I mean, you're a little smarter than me about when it comes to football, but like I like
It's a
just
stretch.
talking like the basic fan, like the average fan, have a few beers, talk about your favorite team. But
Oh,
like
yeah.
I'm not trying to get too smart with it.
Yeah. Sometimes that ruins the fun.
Yeah, people are gonna come on my show and what they're gonna start learning stuff.
Yeah. What are we? Nerds?
We don't need that in our life. No, but the radio is cool. I've been able to do like the news a few times, like the radio, but the radio is just, I don't know, it's super fun. And like when I first started doing this stuff and I started like getting like growing an audience on Facebook, I used to like WIXX followed me like back in the day, I think,
Yeah.
right? So, but I would always comment on their stuff, like on their posts. You know how radio shows like make
Yeah.
Facebook posts like, what would you do in this situation, whatever. They kind of have different cool like engaging things, and I'd
Yeah.
always comment on it, try to be the top liked comment, try to be
Yeah,
like,
yeah,
oh,
yeah.
that was so funny, they're probably gonna have me on their show soon. But
That's
now it
awesome.
happened, not
Yeah.
because of my hairless Facebook comments, but I maybe
It's because you're their top
Maybe.
follower, dude. They're like,
Yeah.
hey, let's bring
I
him
know
on.
they're like, this guy doesn't shut up, let's bring him on the show. No,
Maybe
but they're
he'll leave us
awesome.
alone.
Shout out to Huggy, shout out to Natalie and Corey and the whole WIXX crew. They were cool. I got to go on a tour, met people
Yeah.
like doing other shows in different places. It was awesome. But so shout out to them.
Next time I know you're going on, I'm just gonna show up and be like, oh, I didn't know. It's all right. He said I can come hang out with you guys. Just hang along.
It seems like I just hung out by the back door, and then some guy walked up, and I'm like, "Hey, I'm going to be on WIXX today. I'm a guest." He's like, "All right, come on in," and he just took me right to the studio.
Oh, I'm gonna.
I was
pull
like,
that
I
next
could have
time.
been. I shouldn't have said that.
Yeah,
No,
I'm
that-
doing that.
No, no, but they're awesome. That was fun. Philly Boy says, "Normal fan talk, UBU." Yeah, I think that's what's most fun. I'm just hanging out, talking to people. We have other people come on, and actually, I have an idea. I met a fella over at
Mm.
Packers training camp. Wisco Tailgates. Shout out to him. He's over on TikTok. He does.
Okay.
He has an ambulance that he uses as a tailgate.
Oh,
And I've
really?
seen it. I've seen it because it's in lot 1, right?
Yeah.
But I never went over there or whatever. But I've walked by it. I remember it. And he gave me a tour of that thing. I'm like, dude, this should be a podcast studio. He's
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
let's do it. So I might actually do some podcast stuff with him. And he's super cool. He looks like that You Betcha guy.
Oh,
You know,
really?
he does the videos with Charlie Barons and on his own. He's
Yeah,
massive
yeah.
following. But he kind of does like the You Betcha guy. He said he's been in situations where people think he is and they ask for a picture.
Yeah, yeah.
It's like, you
That's
should
awesome.
tell him, yeah, that's me, but go to hell. I ain't.
Oh, yeah. Just
Make
start
him look
acting crazy, ruin his reputation. I
Or like drink a beer and like puke. Oh my God, I can't drink light beer. Because, he's like a manly dude, you know?
oh yeah.
I don't know. There's a lot of options. I wish I looked like someone. This eye, you can't look like nobody else. You know, you
That's
can't. No one
fair.
mistakes.
That's
Like, you look
fair.
like, no, that's not him. He didn't have an eye looking like that. So, are you
Fair
coming to
enough.
training camp at all? What are you doing? What are your plans? Preseason? What you got
I'll be there next month.
next month?
The 21st, maybe 20th. When they have the joint practice with the Seahawks.
All right. Yeah, I might be there. I don't know. It depends on my work schedule. I took the week off this week.
Yeah.
I go to training camp, but I just got hammered all week. So I went to one
That's what
training
you're
camp
supposed to
so
do.
far. Well, I didn't go today. I'm going tomorrow because I'm going to shareholders meeting. So
Yeah.
that should be cool. I'm going to try to get some content over at shareholders meeting. I'm not sure how much you can get.
Yeah.
I'm not sure if you're allowed to record stuff. I'm not going to record the whole thing or nothing, but like, and it's not that exciting. So not that. The
Yeah, I
shareholders
think so.
meeting, for people who've never been to a shareholders meeting, like it's cool to experience it, but it's a shareholders meeting. Like every shareholders meeting, you've never would want to go to like a bank shareholders meeting or whatever
Yeah.
company. It's not that it's cool like hearing them talk about the stuff, but like when they were talking about money last year, I just got up and left because I was like,
Yep.
You don't need my help with the money situation. If you see my bank account, you don't want to see how I spend money at the Packer Pro Shop. You know I'm not, but it's a cool experience. I love going. I'll probably go every year, but
Yeah.
it's also not like, you know, because a lot of people say like I don't go, it's boring. It is kind of boring, but it's cool just to be in there and talking. Like last year was like 100 degrees. Hopefully it's not like that tomorrow.
That would suck.
Yeah, it's hot.
Yeah.
That one year, like, it was so hot, and like they started talking about money, and everyone left. I felt like everyone just. I think they even made a comment about it. Like, you guys ain't interested in this part?
Yeah. I'm like, I see it. I've been here.
They're like, let's talk about the financials. No one can even comprehend it. Like, all right, we made $4 billion, but we had to pay this, and they start talking about stuff like, dude, you lost me.
Yeah.
Let's go back to talking about whatever. Anyways, let's see what Phil's talking about. Phil says, you look like the guy on the fence. Yeah, dude, Philly boy. I am on the fence. I feel like that picture there's a second fence that kind of like updated the fence or whatever. I think that picture makes me look more respectful. The last one, I was just like, nah. It was a good picture. I love it. I'm actually going to get it. I had to go get it, pick it up because they switched the fences. But
okay.
I feel like I was more noticeable on the first one though. People are always talking about, oh, you're on the fence because I just stuck out at the end.
Yeah.
My eyes all jacked up. It was fantastic.
So you're on the
all
fence again this year too?
Oh yeah. There's another one. I'll send you a picture.
All right, cool.
You don't care. I won't.
I care. I'm gonna print.
Jimmy
it off
is going to be
wall.
there when I am there. That's not going to be good. Yeah, so we should all link up there. You and Iowa Joe seem to be best of pals.
Yeah,
and we can go hang out at the fence together.
Yeah. If beer's there, I'm there, dude.
Yeah,
That's
that's what I'll do. I'll bring beer to the fence to attract people, just to pump my ego.
You should. Dude, camp, but
do a podcast right in front of it.
I'm down.
There's a Quick Trip right down the street. We'll bring some Quick Trip. We'll get some brews. We'll get some glazers, some chicken.
We'll get arrested for open container. It'll be a great time.
Well, no, there's tips. There's ways to go around that. Just put it in like
police officer.
No, you just get one of those things you could put a beer can right into a Pepsi can.
No. Oh yeah. We had those.
I don't condone that. I've never done that. I heard that's a thing.
I condone it. If you were 19 years, I'm just kidding.
I've never heard. Is that a real thing? I've never thought of that at a public situation. They're like, this guy really likes Pepsi. Holy crap! I'll tell you what.
He keeps taking off this Pepsi aluminum and putting it on other cans. What is he doing?
Yeah, I've never seen someone sit down and drink 16 Pepsis. I'll tell you that. But this guy, now he's wobbling around. That sugar must have really got.
I was going to say he's got a sugar right now. He can't.
I think we're gonna wrap this thing up, Jimmy. But you have a podcast episode coming up tomorrow on Pack a Day, right? Is that what you said?
Yep, tomorrow and then Sunday.
So we're gonna be dropping an episode the same day as Pack a Day. That happens every single time I drop one.
You know,
they're every day. They're every day.
That's fair.
But now you have two chances. So if you didn't get enough of Jimmy on this one and you're listening on the podcast,
you should have. If you haven't, you're a sick individual.
Then you go on Pack a Day podcast. You subscribe. I know this is helping them a ton. They don't have enough people listening to them.
We're about to get 5,000 new viewers.
Like 14 people are listening. It's like, oh wow, I didn't realize there was that. I won't listen to this one anymore. But shout out to Pack a Day podcast, the top Packers podcast. I think they're doing all right. They don't need me. All right, so let's get this one last comment before you get out of here. Where's the best place to pregame before the shareholders meeting? Should be rolling into town around 1 p.m. I think Quick Trip. Shout out. That's why I like Jimmy. Plug those sponsors. You know what I mean?
I got you.
But the best place to pregame. I'm not really sure. Like, there's gonna be people everywhere. But I know a lot of people like to go to Stadium View. I went to Stadium View the other day. Usually if I go down to training camp, I end up at Stadium View at some point, have a burger over there, especially if it's really hot. But because the practice is at 10:30, then the shareholders meeting, I believe, is at 3:30, 3 o'clock or 3:30. So and the practice ends, 11, 12, like things are wrapping up. So there's going to be a lot of time. I'll probably be bopping around to Stadium View or wherever. I don't even know where I'll be. I like to live on the edge, Jimmy. I don't have plans.
You're a wild man.
Yeah, wherever you got food and beer, I'm probably gonna venture into your establishment.
That's what I'm saying. Quick Trip, because then you could carry it around. You're not stuck in one location.
Yeah, and you get one of those big gulps and just put a beer right inside that thing.
Yeah.
I don't know.
You can fit a few in there, dude. You're golden.
So I heard. No, but yeah, I think people are going to be around everywhere. I don't know if people are going to be like tailgating and stuff. I don't remember if they do. I wouldn't be surprised if there are people that doing that around Lot 1 or wherever. I'm not sure you can in there. I don't know the details. But there's going to be people everywhere. So just walk around. That's what I do. When I go to training camp, I just walk around. I don't go inside. I don't watch practice. I watch the defense. I kind of like to mingle around, and I don't like to sit in one spot too long. Probably because I drink so much Pepsi.
Yeah, gotta keep it moving.
But yeah, but like you walk around. I'm gonna be down there. So, if you see me, say hi.
Come give him a hug.
Throw an egg at me.
That would be
Jimmy,
fun, actually.
Jimmy has a platform.
I shouldn't.
Jimmy, I think you're one of the best people to talk Packers on a microphone. Chicken strips at the Quick Trip and righteous mac and cheese. Dude, that is exactly that's my number one right there. Chicken strips and mac and cheese.
Yeah.
Mac and cheese, and you can put anything with it, but the chicken is really good, so we'll put the chicken with it.
Dude, I'm a sucker for their rib sandwiches. It might be because they're like $1.89 on Tuesdays, but I'll crush those bad boys.
Yeah, even if you're poor, you can, get some food over there.
Yeah, that's why I get it when it's $1.89.
$1.89.
I got 3 kids and a stay-at-home wife, dude. I got a penny pinch.
We're gonna wrap this up. Be sure to check out if you listen to this. Listen to Pack a Day podcast tomorrow. Here, Jimmy, he'll probably talk a little bit smarter on that one than he did on this one. I can't imagine he got dumber. But shout out to Jimmy for joining me, and thanks for listening. Be sure to subscribe, Apple, Spotify, all the places. The Matt Ramage Show. Go Pack Go, and thanks to our sponsors, Quick Trip and Nicolay.